videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live as well. I just thought I would live stream the whole thing, so you're going to see behind the scenes of everything that happens. We can have a bit of a chat, everything like that really. So I've just made this public, and there we go. So I just need to set up the live, not the live, my recording. I'm going to be doing a few haircuts today. I'm just setting up the the recording. But if you are regular of this channel, you'll realise that I had a hornet in here, and it seems to have come back from the dead. So I'm just going to be creating the next haircut, which is going to be youthful layers. So youthful layers, and these are just going to be really soft layers that we're going to do on this mannequin just here. So I'm just setting up my cam. Enter. Oh, my mic's charged. Hopefully they're charged. But what's everyone? Where are you all from? Hey Louis, how are you? I'm just so what I've decided to do is just to go live. Oh, my mics are charged. Basically, while I'm just creating videos, so you'll see all the behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I thought, why not do it today? So I'm just going to set up my mic. Oh, the shirt's a bit thick for it. I'll tell you what I need to get. I need to get a hello Sarah. We're just going to start creating some videos, so I thought I would just go live, and while we do it, right, I just want to check audio on, testing, perfect. Hey boss lady, GM, where's GM? God, my hair's a bit messed up today. It needs a haircut, to be honest. Right, so yeah, I'm going to be doing youthful layers. So this here that you can see on the corner here is my basically like my teleprompter, but my camera's behind it. So what I see on screen here is directly behind what I see on my monitor. So when I'm doing hair, I can check it in there. It means good morning. Oh, good morning. What time is it where you are? Because here it is 3:30 in the afternoon. Right. Yeah, there's a hornet in here still somewhere, so you'll see me probably ducking and diving, trying to hide from it. But I'm just going to, yeah. So you're my basically behind the scenes camera, which is my live. My main camera is just to the right of you. This just there. And that's in the way of that camera, isn't it? There we go. Let's get my bag out of the way. So we're going to be doing youthful layers today. I'm going to record all my live streams behind the scenes, and what I've got in front of me is my actual camera that I'm going to be creating these videos from. Florida, 10:31 a.m. Nice. Is it warm? Right. Because I'm doing this, my sister sent me an Instagram post today, and it was like Bob Tox. I think it was Bob Tox. It's on my phone, so I can't see it. It's basically a haircut that makes you feel youthful. So that's what I'm going to do, a little youthful series of salon haircuts. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to get this one set up, and then let's have a just there. She looks like Cousin Pit, doesn't she? I'm going to go live. 70 degrees. Wow. That is warm. Right. So I am live on my main camera. So, yeah, you guys can watch what I get up to when I'm filming a video. I just want to make sure that you can see that. Needs to be maybe, hang on, layering. Needs to be a little bit lower. But actually, I'll keep it there for now. And that's what we'll do. But yeah, we're going to be doing a layered haircut today. I'm going to do a one, shall I do a one length? I could get away with doing a one length, couldn't I? I'll do an A-line one length. And then we'll go from there. So I'll try and get 3 haircuts done today. A one length, a youthful layer, and then the bob, the youthful bob. It's not going to be called youthful bob. Right, we're all set to go. So we are live. Oh, we are live. Sorry about that. Forgot about that. Not live. We're recording here. I know I'm live with you guys on the phone, but right in front of me is my camera. But just testing, make sure you see everything. So yeah, that's all good. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So on today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a layered hair. No, we're not. We'll do one length, aren't we? We're going to do a one length first. A really quick one length haircut. That's what we're going to do first. This is what it's like behind the scenes. I sort of like think on the job. I don't really plan a lot of it because I just think, right, what haircut do I fancy doing today? But I want to be doing a bit of a salon series. So that's what I want to be starting today. And I'm working away this weekend in Derby. Not weekend, next week, Monday, Tuesday. So I've got to be doing some bits of those tonight. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go live tonight and do that with all of you lot tonight. That's what I want to do. So, right, here we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for being here. So on today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the start of the salon series. So I'm going to be taking you through a one length A-line haircut on long hair. So we're going to get straight into it. It's a very simple haircut, but for you guys who are in the salon and on the salon floor, this is just going to be my quickest way to be able to achieve a one length haircut A-line, which means it's going to be when a client wears it all back, across her back, it will look one length. But then when she wears it sort of like thrown over the shoulders and bits like that, it will just cascade and melt over the shoulders that little bit more. So it just looks a little bit more, I suppose, lived in, a little bit more bespoke to them rather than just blunt. That's why I love A-line haircuts, because when you pull it back and a client wears it back, it looks lovely and one length. And then when they throw it over the shoulders, you've just got this really sort of nice melt to it, and it sort of comes down into just a little bit of shape. That's why I like an A-line haircut. So I'm going to get her wet down, and then we're going to get straight into the haircut. So what I can do with my new software is I can pause. So we've paused it. And then I get it all wet down. And then we get straight into the haircut. It saves me so much editing time, being able to pause. But it'll be quite good actually, seeing the live, because it's all behind the scenes. Maybe I could use little bits of it in the actual video, like, because it's a mobile size, 9x16, I could maybe pop it here next to me. Okay, let's get my lips. And I'm just going to pre-section already and just get straight into the haircut, because I think that's one thing that like people watching my videos, they're always a bit like, oh my god, you talk so much. But as an educator, I think it's really important that we explain everything that we're doing. What do you think? Would you rather me just like cut the hair and shut up, or would you prefer it if I actually explain stuff? So I'm just going to put a central parting in. There she is. I'm going to come to just behind the ear. There is one side sectioned out, just behind the ear here. Second sectioned out. Can you see this moth? There's a moth in here. Yes, explaining. Yeah, I think so as well. I think people should really understand what's actually happening. Right, there is the sections. Let's go straight down centre back from occipital bone to the middle of the ear. We want a nice big section. Gives us like a good guideline. Clips. Oh, my mic. This mic isn't micing very well today. Maybe if I close that like that. There we go. Mic should stay there now. And then middle of the ear to the occipital bone. Let's flick it round like so. Right. So you guys can see first, there's the sectioning pattern. So we've gone from middle part, side of the ear, and then we've gone that back section. We're going to jump back into the video now. Recording resumed. Right guys, so while they've been away, because we've paused it, haven't we, Paul? Right, we're going to jump into the sectioning pattern. It's a very simple sectioning pattern. All we've done is taken a central parting using the nose as a guide. We've gone for the high point of the head, which brings it to just behind the ear, which gives us enough weight front and back sort of equaled off. Same both sides. And then where we've worked from is just nearing the middle of the ear, maybe just a little bit higher, to give us a really nice thick bit of hair here, coming across the occipital bone to the other side of the ear. And what that will do, reason we like a big chunk of hair here is because it gives us a really good guide. If this was too thin and you were taking pieces of hair which were sort of like that, and then you drop your next section down, it's quite easy to lose your guide because that bit of hair is so thin, and you sort of bring it down and you're like, oh my god, I can't see my guide. So then you've got to recut it again. So a really good starting point for when you're doing a one length haircut is having enough hair here, and also with hair growth patterns. So nape whirls, you've got little bits that kick up. If you've got enough weight here, you can bring that hair down. You've got the weight and it sits and it brings the hairline to pretty much a natural fall, and then you can start putting in your length. So let's rise her up. So we are nearly eye level. Get scissors. I don't know what would be easier for you to see. Maybe something like that. So you can see quite a big section. I don't want to be losing too much length. Again, salon series, we did this all with ponytails. So I did a one length haircut with ponytails, which I'll link up here. This is going to be the salon series. So what I would do in salon, basically. So I'm going to bring the hair straight down, and I'm going to be going from this long mannequin right up to a pixie cut in a salon way. So you can cut in your fingers or you can cut in your comb. I'm going to cut in fingers today because I haven't got any shoulders for the hair to sort of sit on or back to sit on. I'm going to be taking off, how much is that? about 5 inches. Give us a nice guide. So I've just put that in with my fingers, and then I'm just going to go in to take off any. I sort of lifted my fingers up a little bit there because I need to be eye level, because I need to come down like this so I can actually see where I'm cutting, and my fingers need to be parallel to the floor. So we're not going to change our body position. We're going to stay here, and then we're going to cut across like that. I'm going to bring that back to where we've just cut from and cut like that. There's our first section and our first guide. If you struggle in the salon to be on a stool and be eye level, maybe get the client to stand up, pretend like this is a client standing up, a very tall client, but you'd be able to sit on a stool, be here, and then doing that. I have actually got a stool, but I'm not going to do it. And my sections, I'm jumping up in about 2 inches. Reason for, because this hair is quite tapered out at the ends, again, assessing my client's hair. If I was looking at a client's hair and she wanted a really nice full one length haircut, I would be assessing how much hair actually comes down. Because if there's not much, you don't want to be going section by section by section, because one, it will take too much time, and two, you'll be taking off dust every single time. So again, bringing this back, body position behind, I'm just standing slightly off so you can see, like so. Again, making sure my fingers are parallel to the floor so we're getting a straight line. And then this hair just travels straight back. We're not going round the corner, that's what I mean. We're not going round, we're bringing it straight back to where we've been cutting from. Because it will give us a really nice leveled back. Now, I've done this in 3 sections. This is probably going to be the quickest one length A-line haircut you've ever seen in your life. Reason for, again, because I know there's not much hair density on these ends. So we're going to pull all this back and you'll be able to see. We can see our lovely guideline, which is just there. This hair's all tapered out, which a lot of clients' hairs do as well. If it needs cutting, someone needs a really good refresh. The hair tapers out at the ends. There. And I've done that in 3 sections. Obviously, if the hair was very healthy, very, very thick, you would do it in more sections so you can see your guideline. Same body position. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to, from the curvature of the head, I'm just going to section forward, just so I've isolated this piece of hair here, because we're going to do the sides in 2 sections, and it's just going to be so quick. There, and we're bringing it back to where we were cutting from this back point, because then when we cut it, what you'll see is a subtle sort of length develop. That's not what I wanted to say, but because we've brought it back slightly, it will be here, and then it will just sort of drop down at the front, meaning an A-line haircut. Now we've done that piece, we're then going to get the rest of that front, and we're going to bring it back to that point here. I'm going to cut that length in, like that. And then, just so I can show you, you see it's shorter here and it just gets gradually longer towards the front. What has happened? my it just logged me out, which is weird. First time it's ever happened. So I'm just going to, for the video purposes, my editing software just logged me out. Not editing software, my recording software just logged me out. So I don't know if you've seen that, but I brought all this hair back to where we were standing before, and then we cut it from here, which then gives us that A-line shape, which is shorter here, longer towards the front, but when the client wears it all like on her back, over her shoulders, it's all beautifully one length. So let's just show you this side. And the quickest way is working from our section, curvature of the head, taking that part there, which is a section. This is how you can do it really quickly and efficiently on the salon floor. So we're going to body position here, and just so you can see where that hair travels to, it travels back to that line. Now we're going to grab all of this section, making sure we've got it detangled. Where's that bit? That's for that side. So bringing it back. Reason we can do it in two sections again is because there's not a lot of density on the front of this, or on the length of this mannequin. Here we go. We are back where we started, and then you can see shorter there, and it elongates or gets longer towards the front. That is an A-line haircut. No matter what length you do it, if you do it bob length, or you do it this length, or you do it longer, if it travels like that and gets longer towards the front, that's an A-line haircut. So that is an easy way to be able to create an A-line one length haircut for your clients on the salon floor. If this video has been helpful, make sure you check the next video, because I'm going to go straight into it now. I'm going to be doing a youthful layer. What I mean by that is a layer which oozes sort of like youth. So it's very soft and very floaty, and opens up the face a little bit, and yeah, you'll have to catch it. So you have to click up here. Or is it here? I don't know if I'm reversed. Let's go there. On the wrong side. I've no idea. If you click up above, then you better check out the next video, which is going to be the youthful layers. I'm not drying off, because that is it. You could just basically blow dry that, brown brush, wrap dry, diffuse it, and you can have a beautiful A-line haircut. So if you've enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below on what you think about this video. And until next time, I'll see you on the next video. Boom. There you go. That is one video done. We're going to pause now, and I'm going to jump into the next video. So my lens seems a lot more zoomed in than it used to for some reason. Right, so how are we going to layer now? We will layer, shall I section? This is just me planning the haircut. If we work here, a long layer. Or shall I do a sectioning pattern? What should I do? You guys that are watching live, what should I do? Should I do a full-on sectioning pattern, or should I show a really simple layer working around the curvature of the head to achieve a bit more bounce and a bit more body and everything? Let me know, because yeah, let me know what you would think. What would you like? There's a whole lot of 4 of you watching, so let me know if you are interested. Let me know in the comments. and I will do that layer now. If not, I'm going to work around the curvature of the head and put in a soft layer. I think that is what I'll do. So if I drop her down here now. Boss lady, simple, there we go. We're going to do simple. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So on today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working a youthful layer into this mannequin. Reason I'm putting it that way is because a lot of clients who feel that they feel a bit too old for having one length hair often come in and want something a little bit fresher and a little bit more modern, but they don't want to be losing too much length, or they don't want to be going too dramatic too quickly. So this is a really nice way to offer your clients something that a little bit youthful, a little bit fresher, something that gives it a little bit of lift, and when styling gives them a little bit more possibilities to add a bit more oomph to their hair. So what we're going to be doing is, it's going to be very simple. The reason the mannequin is wet, I have just done the one length A-line haircut previous. Didn't blow dry it because I'm going to be working through this mannequin all day today. I'm going to be taking you through step by step, although I will, when I'm putting layers into the hair and going shorter, I will be blow drying it so you can see actually how it looks. But a one length haircut, if you did want to catch it, it's just an A-line one length haircut. Shorter at the back, longer at the front. If they wear it back, it's all the same length. Right, so we're going to work with central parting. A rule of thumb when it comes to partings, if your client is a little bit thinking, oh, I sometimes have a side parting, sometimes a middle. If it is less than an inch, and I mean, there's your middle parting, if it's there, it doesn't really matter where you're going to place these layers. You don't have to think, oh, I'm going to put the parting in there in case it's sort of asymmetric. It won't make that much difference. It will make difference if your client's parting is right on the curvature of the head, so they've got a really sort of emo fringe going on, because that will offset the balance dramatically, and that's a different haircut. So let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to show you how to offset layering to take into account a really hard offset parting. But for today's video, they could wear it middle, side, that side, inch or so, and it won't make a difference. I've got a bit of a cold. Just have a bit of a cold, come on. Right, so reason this is going to be really, really simple is because we're going to work on the curvature of the head, and we're going to use the length as our guide. So when it comes to finding the curvature of the head, put your comb on the side of the head, and where it comes away from the head, that is where we're going to section from. So it's going to be a bit of a horseshoe section working around the head. So get your... It's done it again. Something went wrong while displaying. How weird. I'm just going to end recording, and I'm going to see if it's saved, and then we'll jump back into it. But it's saying your version of Chrome has a bug that causes virtual backgrounds and touch-up filter to crash when local recording is on. I haven't got any of those on. Let's view recording. So I need to update Chrome. I haven't got any updates. That's weird. Weird. First time it's ever happened. Oh, that's me saying it's weird on the actual recording, so we captured it. Right. Google is working to fix this. Oh, so I'm just going to turn everything off. Hey Beyond Beauty, how are you? Offset layers too. I'm also interested in knowing how to do a long shaggy. Okay, we'll do that as well. This will give you a bit of a long shaggy as well, boss lady. Right. Let's return to Dash. Let's create a new one. So this is going to be how weird that that's crashing and it's a Google thing. That's weird. How do we get into the editor then? Ah, here we go. Here's the control room. Thank you, boss lady. Right. We are in. Is my mic working? Testing. Camera's working. Record. We're recording. Right, let's get back to where we were for this new video. How does that massive knot get in there? Did nothing to her. Camera's slightly off now. Oh, nearly fell over. There we go. Right. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So on today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working youthful layers into this mannequin. What are youthful layers, Paul? You might be asking. So when you have clients come into the salon and they are of a certain age, they're thinking, their friends are saying about to them, saying, are you young enough to have your hair that length? Or things of that sort of nature. People tend to put things into people's heads that you're a bit too old to have long hair. And to be honest, age is just a number. If you have long hair and it suits you and it's working for you, like, keep it. I don't think there's any reason why you should be cutting your hair short just because of your age. But when clients get this and they come into the salon, they're often wanting something a little bit fresher, something a little bit different, and maybe just to start contemplating having something different and going a little bit shorter. So youthful layers on this mannequin. I've just cut in a one length haircut in the previous video, so you can check that out, link in the description down below. And I didn't dry it because it was just a one length, but when we come to this one, I'm going to dry it so you can see the layers and how they move and how they bounce and everything. And I'm going to keep it very simple. So this is my salon series. Series before this was like a ponytail series to start to help you understand where hair, when it's cut, where does it fall and how does it look. This is going to be how I would work in the salon when it comes to doing things like efficiently, basically. A lot of hairdressers always ask me, how could I put in a layer quicker? I always seem to run behind in the salon. When I watch these online tutorials, there's always millions of sections. I haven't got time for that where I work. What would you do? So this is going to be a really nice way to be able to put in a layer that will give bounce, it will give volume, it will give shape, but it's not going to take you all day to do it. So where we're going to start is we're going to find the curvature of the head. And how we find the curvature of the head is we just pull the hair back off the client's face and we put our comb on the side of the head. You see where the head starts to move away from the comb, so about there. That is the parietal ridge, or the curvature of the head. So that's where we're going to section, and it's going to be a bit like a horseshoe section around the head. We're just going to work this through and around that bevel of the head. reason I love working with the curvature of the head is because when the hair falls, when it's just on it, you get that little bit of bounce because the head is curving upwards or curving downwards. It's got a bend, but you just get much more natural finish, and that's why I really like working with the curvature of the head. So we're going to just come through like so. I'm just going to do a rough guide on this section, on this side, sorry. Put my comb just to see where that curvature of that head is. There we go. So, if you have a look, we've just got a really nice even section around the top of the head. Now, if you'd have a client, you would put the one length in prior or after, depending what you want to achieve, but I've put it in prior to this haircut. You can check the video, like I said, the previous video to this haircut, because I'm going to use that length as my guide. To keep things simple, there's my section. I'm going to just clip out this underneath, like so. And if you want to see what I get up to when I'm doing these lives as well, not lives, these videos, I am live. So I'm going to be going live every time I'm filming, because you get to see behind the scenes, you get to see what I get up to and how I come up with it, and make mistakes as well. Right, so there we go, there's our section. Curvature of the head, like so. Now, we want to just find that parting again. So the middle part, I don't know if I'm there, hopefully I'm there, my head isn't straight. I think I'm bang on. It's like I'm a professional or something. Well, I'm slightly off. There we go. Right, so we've clipped out the underneath, which means we can't actually pick that hair up, so we won't be taking any length away. We know we're going to keep that length all the way around the haircut consistently, because we have just put that haircut in, fresh haircut. Now this is going to be our youthful layers. So where we want to start, I'm going to start middle back, and I'm just going to find that parting, and I'm going to come either side of the parting to create my first section, like so. So just so you can see, I will show you this back section. So there is the curvature of the head that we sectioned out, and that's all clipped out the way. So this part here is this top section that we're going to be cutting in the layers. Now we're just going to work around that head, and then so you can see the guide, we're going to pull out 45 degrees. There's the length from our one length haircut that we did. So we're just going to pull straight out, find that length, because that's going to be our guide, and we are going to point cut like that, and that gives us our first layer. Now what we want to do, it's going to be a moving guide, so we're going to work around the head, and our guide is going to become our guide. Then we forget about that first one, and our second one is our guide. So I'm taking that guide section, and then I'm just working the next section around the head. So I'll show you. So my guide section is there. I've come from the top of it, and it's basically like I'm going to sort of pivot around, but I'm not going to pivot really from that central point, or am I? I might pivot. It's not right on the top, so when I come to here I'll probably be working a little bit off, but because I'm not working from the top of the head, but I'm just going to be working this layer all the way around, if that makes sense. Right, I find my guide length and my previous guide, and then we'll just cut that in. Now that first section we took, we forget about it. We're going to be using that for this side, but then there's our new guide that we've just cut in, just there. So now I'm going to take another section, my guide is going to come over to that new section we've just taken, so I can see the guide there, and we're just going to point cut, working around the curvature head. This gives a really nice balanced layer. So that second section we cut, we forget about that. There's our new piece that we cut. We then take another piece, there's our guide, we push our guide up to our new bit, our new section, and then I find my guide, which is just there. And making sure that your section is like guitar strings. So when you're cutting, you want to be cutting where you section to there. You don't want to section like this and get that section looking really nice and clean and tight and then drop it down here and cut it. Reason for, when you're cutting hair and we're up here above 90 degrees, that's layer, 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 layer. Anything below 90 degrees is graduation. So when you are layering and then people drop it down here to cut, you've actually took it from layering to graduation. Just a top tip. Again, we're going to forget about that section there, where there's our new section, which is our new guide. We find our guide, which is just there at my fingers. Like so. We take that new piece that we've cut, that's our guide. We then just work a moving guide around the head. And this is square now. So we're still coming out 45 degrees as well. I can see my guide just there. I then take that piece we've just cut, that previous guide goes at the back, and then we grab a new section. Our guide is pushed into our new section. We find our guide, which is just there dropping out. Right there. New section, old guide, and then we're going to come to there. And we're working around into the front because it will give us just a really nice bit of shape. There's the guide. Just cleaning up any bits. We forget about that piece. There's that there. Here is this side. So push my guide up into there. And then we take that off. So what I'm saying is, when you get that really nice shape, we've got these pieces now that are shorter than the length, and it just adds a really nice long layer to the haircut, which, what, 7 times out of 10 when people got long hair, that is all they want. They want something which is just a little bit sort of lived in, a little bit just to take away a bit of weight, add a little bit of fun, so when they're curling it, when they're tonguing it, they can have just a little bit more bounce. Right, that's that side all done. We now come back to the middle and we find our previous guide, which is there, and then we take our next section and we just work around that head again. So I'm going to be pulling the guide into my new section now. There is my guide. This is my new section. Making sure that hair is nice, 45 degree angle. 45 degree angle there. and that you don't drop your fingers down, because you'd be undoing your hard work. Let's start here now. So there's that piece I've just cut. Take a new section, and just so I can show you, we'll be working there. I can see my guide there. Take away the guide. There's our new guide. Working through this section here. Finding that new guide, which is visible there, like that. Get our new guide. Get rid of our old bit. Through there is my guide, I can see. Get rid of that old bit, new bit. How simple is this? It's a very, very simple way to put long layers into hair just to give it some movement. And if you are concerned, I like to work a lot with younger stylists and showing them ways to really create these looks in the simplest way possible. And then once they've done it, they can really start to explore and find their feet to getting really, really creative. But being a creative hairdresser is really subjective, because it's your own personal spin on a haircut, or it's your own, like you say somebody dressed really creatively, it's like they're just putting a spin on an outfit. It's still like fabric, it's still like jeans, jacket, t-shirt, but they've added some jewellery, they put some sunglasses on, they might have a pink boot and a black boot. Creative. Same as anything in life, you just put your spin on it, make it creative. There's our guide. There. Then I'm going to drop that down, and then we're just going to bring a sliver of that side in, just to make sure that we've got beautiful balance. And my guides meet perfectly. There we go. So that is a useful layer, a way to put in some bounce into longer hair. We get rid of these clips. Let's just shake it out a little bit. And there's just a bit more shape in there, like that. So that is a long layer, but look, you can see in the video. You can see, and look at the balance. We've just worked around that parietal ridge. Because we've moved that guard all the way around, we've got a beautiful layer working all the way through. So I'm going to get this blow dried so you can see the result. So join me back in a minute to look at the finished result. How are we doing? Love your vids, always so informative. Thank you, Billy. Where are you from, Billy? I've had the same length 0 degree haircut, which I live, but just to add a bit more spunk, I think I'm going to try it on myself. Try it. I mean, got the light there. It's just a really easy way to add, like you say, a little bit of spunk to your haircut. I thought there was a little bit, I could see this tiny bit of longer hair. What? Hey, watch where you're going. I'm going to diffuse it actually. I'm going to get some product in there and I'm going to diffuse it. Because I really like how that curl is taking shape. So, I know what we're going to use. I was going to use some hair shake, but this is the new vegan range from Joico. Inner Joy Hydrate Detangler. And for curls, it is so nice. But you know what? I will diffuse this haircut, and then in the video people in the comments will say, but I want to see it straight. And then on all my straight videos everyone says, but I want to see it curly. So, can he win? I'll come over to the phone so I can see. What I would like to do, but I think I don't know what I did with them all. I had loads of no mark clips. What? What can I use instead? There isn't any. I'm just going to go and get them. They're in the house. Won't be a minute. I'm back with treats. A little Easter cake. So these are what I went in to get. No mark clips. Because I just want to encourage the hair to dry there. And it's dry there, so it's opening the face up. Hey Al Shafin, happy Sunday, how are you? Hello. Thank you so much. Lovely blue sky. Is there a lovely blue sky? So also what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lean our head back. Like so. Still keeping those clips in, just to keep a bit of control around the front. So I'm just going to release those clips because gravity is doing its thing. You can see that really nice shape, how it all comes through there. I'm just going to jump back into the video. I thought I restarted that then. Right guys, so I'm just mid-diffusing the hair. I was going to do a big blow dry, but I get a lot of comments on my channel about people want to see curly hair. So all I've used to make sure that the hair doesn't, it stays where I want it to, I've used these no mark clips and I just pop them into the front through there. I'll show you once I've finished diffusing. I've used Joico's new Inner Joy detangler. This one's for hydrate, is it? Yeah, hydrate detangler. It's just really nice for curls. So just spritzing that through. And I'm using medium heat, medium speed. Just wanting to encourage the curl. while that's hot, I'll get the no mark clips again, and just on the front, see if I can see it better there. I don't want the hair to fall into the eyes, so I just pop those into each corner, and then when we bring her up, you'll see why. So you see, it just keeps it out of the face while it's cooling down, allows it to cool down, but stay away and opens up the face, which is also a tip for youthful hair, because if it suffocates, they maybe feel like or people think that people are hiding in their hair. Keep it all lovely and open around their face, and it's just a lot more youthful. But this mannequin was a straight mannequin, but as you can see, they've got loads of texture in there. I just wanted to diffuse it to give you an idea of just what it would look like if it's curled. I do a lot of straight haircuts on my channel, so I get a lot of people asking for curls. So you can see we've got the length here and we've got these layers here. Long layers, but just adds a little bit of dimension to the hair, a little bit of movement. And once that root starts to dry a little bit more, that's where we'll start to get that lift and we start to get an overall really nice shape. So I'm just going to let this dry off and then we'll have a look at the finished result. Hello urinator, how are you? It's been a long time, it has been a long time. What have you been doing? Urinating everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot of movement by just diffusing. Really nice. My salon sales picking up well. I had to fire my business partner who used to stink up the bathroom chasing customers. Oh yeah. Thank you, Al Shafin. Have a little sneak peek, guys. There she is. Thank you, boss lady. Let's jump in and finish the video. So there we go, there we have it, guys. That is the finished result. You can see how much shape we've got through there just by doing that simple layering technique. And this is probably about 90% dry, so we've still got a little bit to go, but it will just keep on lifting and lifting and getting a bit more sort of shape in there. But how nice is it just to create this sort of this silhouette, this layer? If it was straight, curly, waved, tonged, whatever you want to wear it, it's just a really nice layering technique. And like I showed you, I just used the no mark clips just to keep it out of the face while it's drying. These are a really handy tool just to have just to keep out your face. If you're doing makeup or anything like that, or in salon, when you are creating this look, just put it there while the hair's hot, and then as it cools down, you've just got a little bit more sort of like direction with the hair. But we'll give it a little shake so you can see as it's just drying. I don't want to like go crazy with this shake, but there's the shape that you get. Just really sexy texture and movement. There you go. So if you've enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to smash that thumbs up because it sends these videos further. So the next video is going to be another take on a layering technique with this mannequin. If you want to check out what we did before, check out below, and be sure to check out all my other videos. Until next time, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello Sherry, how are you? Oh, my phone's there. I wanted to get a picture. I'll use a still from the video. There we go. Toshina, how are you? End recording, end recording. There we go. Another video done today. We are working through a lot of videos. That one is done. Return. Right, what should we do? What next haircut shall I do? What do you guys want to see on that mannequin just there? I could do a salon wolf cut, couldn't I? Wolf cuts are still big. I think I will actually. Wolf cut, salon version, shag haircut, whatever you're calling it. I will. I haven't done one for a little while. I'm doing great, thank you. Whereabouts are you watching from? India, a long shag. I will do a long shag. Wolf cut, shag, they're the same thing. Wow, thank you for watching from India. If you could hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. Right. Enter. Where's my camera gone? Weird. Has it just gone off itself? Oh, it's going to do that now, isn't it? Hmm. Where's my camera link gone then? My camera's gone. Testing. Let's reset the window. My camera's not. What's it doing? It's not picking up my camera. I'll reset. That's weird. Still not. Right. I'll have to reset my computer, I think. Annoying. Hello, what does that mean? I don't know what it means. Sorry, I'm just going to reset my camera and then jump on to the next haircut. I don't know what was up with the camera then. I could see it all perfectly, but it wasn't coming up on my computer. That's weird. My camera won't show up, but the volume does. Where's my camera? Let's try and turn this off and turn it back on. There we go. That's weird. Hi, Janelle Mystery. How are you? Is that Ukrainian? I can't read above. I don't know what that means. Can I translate it on here? Where's chat? No, I can't translate it. Right. So there's that. We're going to do a wolf cut shag haircut now. Live for you all, or if you're watching on here. But I'm basically making videos. And I'm going to do this every time. I don't know why I haven't done this before. Just go live because it's just so easy. Right. Here's my audio. Audio okay? No. Audio okay? Audio? No. Audio? Yes. Right. Right. So we're going to do a shag wolf cut. Let's start. Thanks. We'll keep that there actually because it looks quite good for a before, so we can see what we're going to be working with. Keep the diffuser on. My comb. Right. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a salon version of a shag wolf cut variation of a butterfly cut, if we look at it like that. But what we're looking at, start that again, Paul. Sorry. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a salon version wolf cut shag. The wolf cut and shag are still a massive trend when it goes into the summer of 2024, and it'll probably be going for a lot of oh mate, can't talk. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So on today's video, what we're doing is we're working on this mannequin just here. I've just done a youthful layer diffused, so you can see what it looks like in the previous video. If you want to click in the description down below, or you can click up here to watch. But today what we're going to do is we're going to be working on a wolf cut shag. These are still massive haircut trends when it comes to the salon life, daily salon life. We get a lot of clients coming in still wanting some heaviness, some up like through here, some heavy bangs, texture and natural living hair. And that's what's become very apparent in the salon, where clients are coming in and clients are still straightening, they're tonging, they're doing more to their hair than they ever have done before because of the tools that are available. But there's still a vast number that just want to wake up, wash it, let it dry and go. And that's where shags and wolf cuts are really good. If you want to get a diffuser into it as well to create this sort of texture, so we are going to diffuse it today, but we're going to be sort of like a lot heavier, a lot more textured and everything, just to show you what we would create in the salon by doing it rather than my traditional ponytail methods, to show you how instantly to cut it. We're going to work section by section to create a bang on trend wolf cut shag cut for you today. So I'm going to get into wetting this mannequin head down. We'll get into the sectioning and then we'll get straight into the haircut. I can't talk today. Right, so now the mannequin head is all wet down, we're going to get into the sectioning pattern. And with wolf cuts and shags, we are wanting a lot of shape around the face. So we're going to just split the mannequin head front to back. So we've got two sides of the head to work from, just to make it sort of bite size, make it a little bit easier to understand. You'll see where my ponytail haircut sectionings come in with this as well, because it's very, very similar, which is why I love to do them, just to explore it a little bit of fun, really. Right. So sectioning front to back, going from the high point of the head and And after this, I'm going to do the Botox bob, or the bob tox, something like that. It's called something like that. But that is the next video that's coming. It might get uploaded before this because it's trending at the minute, so I may do it. I might edit that one tonight. But you can see here, sectioned front to back. So we just want that to be like that. And all I'm going to do, see the section on this, when you can see what I do with ponytail haircuts, front to back, ponytail, ponytail, cut it, and we create a wolf cut, shag cut. But I'm going to show you this in a much more precise way. So, just going to clip that back off, and then we're going to get the front first. So I'm going to work just on an angle, just so you can see everything that I'm doing. So what we want to be doing is coming straight through there, and I want to take a middle section guide, which is going to be our starting point. There. So, got this piece here, which is going to be our first cut. And I don't want to go really short today. I want it to be very floaty, very lived in. Yeah, very, very salon friendly is what I want to be going for today. Right. So now I've got our section in, and I've put this section in here, which is going to be our first cut. There's many angles in which we can cut this. So the higher that we go, the softer the layers will be. The lower that we go, the more weighted layers are going to be. I want to sit, well, first off, I'm going to take that piece there, and we're going to find our length. Now I want to go probably around about chin. That's where we're going to go today. We're going to go chin length. So I'm just going to point cut that across there. So there's that length there. I'm then going to bring that into that section of hair that I've done there. And I'm going to bring it, see it'll be long and heavy. This is what consultation would be with clients if we're thinking, right, how do we want it to go? Obviously there, if we take it more there, from there to there, that means the layer on top is going to be longer than if we went from there to there, because it travels further. But I want it a little bit longer today. So we're going to go from there, straight out from the head, and cut it straight up like we did there. Now I'm going to try and cut it like this so you can see each section that we're doing. So this is all going to be elevated up into the middle. I find that guide, which is just there, making sure that that line is level. Like that. Next section. There, I can see my guide through there. So you can see this hair here is being pushed up into the middle. And then brought out to the guide. Like that. And then what you'll get is it's shorter to longer. Like that. And again, just grab all of that section, pull it all the way up, so we know that it's being over directed to there. Using the thin side of my comb to have more control. Come on. There we go. There's that. So what you get, so you can see that. So butterfly layers, wolf cut, shag, they're all basically the same. So we're going to replicate that on this side. So there's the middle section. Again, finding the guide. Section across. Bring up into the middle. Reason that bring it up into the middle is important is because it's being over directed, which means we're going to keep the perimeter length where we want it. Now just making sure that we are consistent out straight from the head. Let's just bring all that up. Again, bring it up to the middle. Using the small teeth of the comb to have more control, but this mannequin stand doesn't help. Ready? Straight out from that head. There we go. Now you can see I've got the shortness here and those floaty layers, shaggy layers that run down either side. Now we're going to work on the back section. Now the back section, if you've watched the ponytail haircuts, again very similar. I'm going to take an inch from this front, so this is going to be our guide. So we're going to pull this back here, and again, straight down like that. Bring it into the back here, keeping the front out the way. We don't want to do any more with that until we've dried it. And I'm going to dry this with a blow dry to give it a bit more shape, and then I'm going to refine it. So now we want to find centre back, and we just want to come either side of centre back to put our first cut in, which will be our guide. just let this down a little bit. There we go. So you'll be able to see, let me just spin this round a bit easier this way. So you'll be able to see my guide, which is there. That's just come out of that front section. And to make it a bit more shaggier, we can cut it straight across. If we want it to be a bit more floaty, we just change our finger angle and cut upwards, which will have more of like a layer to it. We want this to be a bit more of a shag wolf cut. So we're going to bring up straight to the ceiling. And we're just cutting straight across. Like that. Just get the rest of that section, making sure that we're taking all of it off. Again, straight up to the ceiling, and there's a little bit there. And then all we do, we work straight down the head like that, bringing it over the middle guide, so over the centre of the head that we've just cut this from. We find our guide there. And again, straight over, or straight down should I say. And then bring it up to that middle. So this is being over directed as well. See my guide from the front beautifully. There. And then again, we take this section. We bring this up over that middle point. And you can see the hair is getting less and less. That's because we're over directing to the middle, which is then maintaining more of the length, which means there's less hair being able to reach this centre section. So there, and look at that, literally dust. So that's that there. And then we've got that really nice shagginess to the layers. So what should I do now to show you this side? Straight down that middle back again. Next section. Straight to the ceiling. And unlike the last haircut video I did, I'll link it above. This is a stationary guide, whereas the last video that we did was a moving guide. Where this is where all the hair meets at one point. On the last haircut, the guide met the section and then moved around the head. Whereas this one, you can see, this just stays exactly the same point. Being pulled up to it, and you'll see again dust. Literally dust. And that's the haircut done. That's how simple these modern trends are when it comes to a fundamental of the haircut. We just get the lines out. Let's lift her up again so you can see. But I'll get it blow dried, I'll get it refined so you can see the actual finished result. But look, you can see all of that shape that is in there. And then when it comes to refining, I just want to refine that front a little bit more, just so we can have a bit more sort of floatiness to it. But we do that once it's dry. So I'm going to get this dry, and you can join me back when it is dry and we start to refine. Right guys, I'm going to have to go. Why was that going to end? That nearly ended the recording then. I'm going to go, I've got to go and cook my cat's fish. So I'm going to jump off stream for a minute, and I'll be back.